Hi everyone, Linda here. It's time for the next challenge at LESSology, and it's titled, What's in Your Toolbox? And this is my dirty old toolbox from the garage. I see the dirt. I brought it in, so let's look inside and see what I could use for this challenge. So, I have strange things in my toolbox. Let's see. This is an old drill that I should take the blade off of when I put it away, and you pump it. Some hook, some string, some thread, ooh, some washers. I think I want to use the washers. Some eye bolts. Always can use eye bolts. I'm not sure what I'm using. Here's some Christmas tree ornaments. I might want to use those. Look, I have pens. I have a knife. Let's go to the next layer. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, here's my jar of screws and all kinds of things. We'll take that out. Ooh, this bag's got interesting stuff in it. It's got some hooks and S-hooks. I'll take that out. Let's see. Here's some wire. I might want to use that. Some kind of tape. Thread seal, that's for when you, oh, here's some picture hangers. Maybe I'll use some of those. Alright, well, let's see what we're going to create with the things from my toolbox. So I have out my jelly plate because I want to make some background paper and use the little things that I found to make some different patterns in the paper. I have an old box that I got from St. Vinny's. Here's some of the things that I want to use. This is a back plate for a cabinet. And here's some eye bolts and some picture hangers. Here's a jar full of other kinds of screws. So here's some nice big washers that I found and some small washers that I want to use to make patterns on the paper. Here's a hinge that I thought might be interesting. And this is the old nasty box that I got for 60 cents. I think it's going to turn out pretty nice. The paper I'm going to use is paper I use for like background paper or paper underneath my projects. I have some pieces torn off, and I'm going to put some paint on my jelly plate, and then I'm going to press on the other side of this paper and recycle it to use on the box and on some cards I'm going to make for inside of the box. I'm going to also use some music paper that I found at a sale last week. I'm going to use some $2 or dollar paint that I got at Tuesday morning last week. So I'm going to get started putting my paint on my jelly plate and get going on making the prints for the paper. I think this is my favorite sheet, the way it turned out. Now I've prepared the plate again, and I'm rolling different screws and eye bolts and different things in the paint again. And this time I'm preparing it to do the wooden box, because I'm going to put the wooden box right on the jelly plate. I really like the way this turned out. It really has a nice marbling effect, so I'm really pleased with that. Okay, so what I've done to these washers now, it's the second time my camera's gone off on me, so I'll do my third one. Good thing I have 3, right? So what I did with that is I took my alcohol inks, take an alcohol blending solution, and put it in there. I'm letting it. Blending solution makes neat things happen. See if you can see how pretty that is. It's still running around, so I'm going to tilt it a little bit. But oh, the colors are just amazing. I don't think you can see it that well. I tried doing the same thing to this metal plate that used to be on a cabinet that I had, but it just didn't really work. Every time the alcohol finally dried, it all just was a brown color. So I gave up on using that piece. I've sprayed the box with some Lindy's Argent Sea Asters. I think that's what it is. And it's real kind of sparkly. Then I took this little oh, it's one of the things you put in the wall, in a drywall, so that you can put a screw screw in it so that you can hang things into drywall. And what I've done is just taken some white paint and dipped it in the white paint and then made little polka dots. I want to use these two pieces, and I still want to use this paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking the paper that I made with all the different nuts and bolts and different things that I had, and I'm ripping it apart, and I'm going to make some little note cards for inside the box. And I'm going to Mod Podge this this piece along here because there's a big old crack in the lid, and I want to put that together, and hopefully this will hold it together. And then I might put a strip or something of this on here, and then I want to put my metal pieces on it. So I'm going to Mod Podge, and then I'm going to do some gluing. So what I did to the box then is I had taken a Bo Bunny script stamp that I just got from Sharon, thank you Sharon, and stamped all over the box, and I'd put the music paper here, and then this is some of the paper that I had stamped at the beginning. Then I took my Edgy Accents, my favorite stamp from Raisin Boat, and heat embossed some brick walls on the box. Now what I'm going to do is take my metal plates that I put the alcohol ink on, and I'm going to, I hope that hot glue works, I'm just going to glue these on here like this. The paper that I made using the different tools at the beginning of the video, I tore pieces and put them on pieces of cardstock to make little note cards. Then I layered it with some I layered some of the paper that I made with some old music paper, and then I stamped over that with that Bo Bunny script stamp, and then I got these little cards like this, little note cards. They're just white on the inside. So I have 5 of those, and I just, you know, tore the papers and Mod Podged them to the front of the card. Then I took some more of the music paper, and then I made little envelopes out of that have a little, you know, a little pocket that the note card can slide into, and you know, it could be a little thank you note, or it could be a note for a gift, whatever the person would like. And then what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to layer the cards and the little envelopes like this, and take some of that jute that was in the toolbox and tie it around here. And I thought this was kind of, you know, a nice masculine gift. I do a lot of girly stuff, and I thought it'd be nice to do a masculine gift. So I'm just going to tie that with some jute like that and put it inside the box like there. And then on the front I've glued on my washers, my various size washers that I've alcohol ink, and I went over those with a little bit of Mod Podge because I noticed that it was kind of scratching. So that is my What's in Your Toolbox project. Like I said, I have some more of these cards, and that paper that I made, I just love it. This is my favorite, where I used the little piece that goes into the wall. I really like making my own paper and using it on the note cards. So thanks for watching, and head on over to LESSology and show us what's in your toolbox. Have a great day. Bye bye.